Hey, we are back from our small break, and we are going to paint these bolts. These bolts are going to get painted. Oh boy. All right. I have to say, I just got married this past last Saturday. So it is 10/29/2025, and I just got married. And I am still adjusting to wearing jewelry, my wedding ring. I'm not used to that. Not at all. But I don't mind. Just trying to get used to it. All right, 40%. I think we'll go with that. Go with this again. And if you remember, we need to lock the transparency. And before I start doing any of that, if you remember, we need to, let's just go to like the texture. We need to do a color pass on this. All right. Little dots like this kind of add a nice weathered metallic look, like this. Kind of dotted in, and then kind of go in slightly like that. That looks good. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take a men's vitamin. All right. I just stocked up on some coffee. I am raring to go. Where's the other bolt? Where are you at? Right here. Or that's what I just painted. Where's the other bolt? Right here. Okay, we'll just do this one real quick. I'm ready to keep going. All right. We're going to go in with a very quick highlight pass. Like this. Go ahead now and opacity. Let's go like that. Go like that. Just do it very quick highlights, like so. Thinking I'll do one more of these to make it stand out more, like so. All right, that looks fine. Let's do the other one really fast. So you can see where this shape is. It's like right here. So we will go like this, go all the way around, like so. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the lighting would be. I guess it's fine. I guess that's fine. Like so. One more. All right, that looks good. Although that doesn't. All right, so we're gonna turn that off and, oh Jesus, that looks terrible. What the hell? Can I just go in and like fade it manually? And then like so. Fade that. Fade this like so. All right. Shading for the bolts. And then we'll set this. What was this other one? Shading. It was multiply 33. So we'll do, this one will be multiply and 33, or around 33. Okay. All right, let's go back over to this one. And I am actually going to go around these. See, because it's all one color, so I don't like that. So I want to actually add some definition in here. Like so. And right here, we'll do a few like this. One more. All right, good. I'm thinking like this maybe. All right, we are going to go in now with a highlight pass. We'll call it border highlight. We'll do linear dodge and turn it down to about 50. Select our highlight color and let's just paint. We're going to turn this one down to probably about 20%, and then that'll give us, we can kind of control it by doing more brush strokes in there, and that'll make it look a little bit more organic rather than just like one long stroke. I kind of go in myself now and control the thickness or how deep these highlights go. And eventually I'll come back and do another pass. And you see how I'm doing like just broad, kind of like straight, you can see them kind of pairing off. It's going to have a nice jagged edge look, I believe. That's what I'm kind of going to go for. Like so. Instead of having just straight edges, I want to make it look like this thing, this bolt here was in some sort of wrench or something, and you can see the edges have been faded from the wrench maybe slipping over the bolt. So that's what we're doing here. Some nice wear and tear in that. So we'll go around and do this for all of them. Like so. Here we go. All right. We'll do the same thing on this one. And you're noticing there's definitely two UV sets for the bolts. I didn't want to just symmetry the bolts or copy it or whatever. I wanted it to be unique. Even if it takes extra time to completely paint two bolts, I think it adds to the quality of this. So we're gonna go in and fade these, feather these edges, I guess is what you call it, adding that wear and tear in here. I'm kind of soft edging this, like so. Like that. All right. We're not done with these bolts. We're gonna do another pass. Bolt, HL, we'll do bolt HL, and we're gonna put this on color dodge. And we're gonna turn this a little bit down to about 39 and getting messaged. I gotta put myself on do not disturb. Hold on. There we go. All right. So this is going to add some some definition in here, like so, showing where light's really hitting it, but I could crank that boy right up like that. I kind of like that a little bit. And I think with this one, I'll just kind of do it right here. And I'll do it here. And then like right there. And again, right here. Excellent. All right, now let's do a rust pass. Bolt, rust. Let's choose our color again. If you remember, we went with this. I don't even know what this is. This is not a brush. I think this is like a border width. I don't know what they're calling it, but we're going to go with that. And then we'll go with this. And then we'll kind of just fade in here a little bit. And let's look at our other rust. That one's at 47%. So we're going to do the exact same here. Around there. Okay. And then racer is way too high, so we're gonna drop that down. Kind of just go in and erase a little bit. And I'm liking that. I like that, dudes. Real quick and easy bolt. However, we're not done. You see this hard edge right there? It stands out like a sore thumb. So we're gonna go in and we're going to, I think we're gonna have to do another border edge. And we'll do that and do this, this. About like that. Make it match a little bit. That one doesn't matter down there. But the hard edges, I'm not a fan of hard edges. I wonder if I wonder what this would look like if it went like that. Kind of like that. Do I like that? I kind of like that. I can kind of do that here too. Throw some detail in there. I mean, it's not going to be seen from this far, so the border edges aren't like super important, but it's what I want to do, so I'm going to. Kind of do that. And then erase slowly but surely. All right. Let's move on to wood. Then we'll do some final touches later. Like, I'm not a fan of this. Actually, I really do want to like change this. So let me find where that layer is. So that's there. So I will go in here just for this one. And I'm going to just kind of go in lightly. That's the eraser tool. All right, let's... And then kind of go in and erase. Okay. All right. I think that looks a little better. Yeah, it adds to it. I like that. Let's do the wood now. All right, let's go ahead and minimize metal. We'll get into wood. And we're going to go ahead and set the transparency for these layers, as we've been forgetting to do that, huh? So we're going to do that now. All right. So wood, I go with like this brush, and I go with like this brush right here, or this border width, and that will get us some nice like strokey looks. Yeah. All right, the first pass that we're gonna do here, the first pass is just going to get that like texture detail. Remember, we start out by texture detail, that like textury, paintery look. We're gonna do that first, and then we go in and we start some basic, a first pass of highlights, getting some definite definition of where something is, and then we do some shading underneath and stuff, and then we go in with like some border highlights, like right here. And then we start doing some more tertiary detailing. And we can, in between tertiary detailing and border highlights, we could go in and throw in some extra passes, right, for like other highlights. Like you see there's like sharp highlights in there. That's your call. Okay. Let's do it. So we're gonna, oh, I'm using the eraser. That's not right. All right, so let's use the right one. All right, there's that. 40% is fine. And remember, this is symmetried, so I go right here, it'll put on that side. And can I bring it back up? You can already see I'm starting to achieve that wood look a little bit. And this is after like 3 brush strokes. So we're gonna get it looking nice. Sometimes you could just paint your highlights right into where the wood is. Like you see those like sharp details, that's what we're trying to achieve with wood. Every type of material, and I'm not talking about like creating a material in like Unreal Editor or something. I'm talking about cloth material or metal. So that's what I'm referring to here. Every material type has its own feel and look, and you can achieve that doing different types of brush strokes. All right. Just go ahead and filter that out. Bring this back up. Now we're starting to achieve a nice wood look. Let's clear that. Clear. No, I kind of like that how it is. And this, I'm just gonna follow the grain. That's the key with wood, is following the grain. You don't want to go back and left and right. You're following the wood. That's how wood works. All right. All right. Bring it up a little bit. Bringing this out. And then let's start normalizing the color so it matches consistently across the way. All right, that'll do. And let's do this top area now. All right, I think that's looking good. Let's go ahead and turn on our ambient occlusion just to see what it does. Now, I'm already liking what we have, but ambient occlusion, like I mentioned a few times earlier, it should just be there to amplify, bolster your texture work. Like that. I think that looks, like, you see what's happening right there? It bolsters it. It doesn't carry it, it bolsters it. And that's what we're going for. And at the very end, once we have everything textured, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do just a polish pass on everything. But yeah, this is coming along quite nice. I like it. Although I still have not finished that. I still, that'll be in my polish pass. I'll come back and finish that later. I'm going to hydrate with some coffee. 1 second. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to create some dark edges in here. You know how wood has grains inside it? I'll show you. This is cool. This is cool. All right, so let's create a new layer. Or I don't know what to call it, but dark edge is fine. So we have this dark color right here. And I'm going to put my hair up because it is really pissing my neck off. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's hit it. All right. Start small, about 40%. All right, and then we're going to set this to multiply. Right now, we're just getting the color. We want to achieve the look, and then we can focus on the detailing. So let's set this to multiply. That's obviously way too dark. Remember, we're just trying to achieve the look, so we just painted a quick line about right here. And then delete it, and then let's go in. And we'll just do, I'm going to follow from the top where I think some of this would go. You know what? I'm going to try something. We're going to put this opacity to 100%. That's going to give us solid lines. And there's no shading, right? It's like that. we're going to drop this down now, like that. And I think with this, we're going to go with this. And this is going to give it a nice, like, rounded look. So I was doing this. Now, if I go with this, it's going to kind of give a rounded look like that. And that's what I'm going for, I think. So we'll go like that. Follow right in here, like so. And then we want the eraser to be the exact same way. So we'll go through like so, and then do another one. So this is the part of the unfortunate part of doing a I don't know, like the symmetry, because if I do an edge right here, it's going to put an edge highlight on the other side, right? So it'll have to do. You won't see the other side very much. So let's see if we can just kind of follow this. Kind of follow it a little bit, and then kind of maybe break it off like so. And then kind of go like that. You know what could be cool is like kind of going like that, and this eraser is not helping me. And then go like that. It's kind of cool looking, yeah. So we have another loop right here. So this will be, and I think I want this to kind of go like that, maybe. We do have another loop, another line. Kind of go like that. All right, so we now are going to, now that I've kind of got a small pattern, I want to fill in some other lines like this. See how that has a sharp edge? I want that. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. This is definitely getting there, though. It's definitely looking pretty cool. I can't wait till I do the wrappings. Honestly, the wrappings, it's my favorite. The wrappings are my favorite, yes. All right. Let's keep going. We'll see how that looks. Honestly, I kind of like that. Kind of do like that. And we can do some things like that and show where it's been like slashed and cut. That works for me. that. Up here definitely needs like some detail. Okay. All right. We are now going to go in with the quick highlight pass. Edge HL. We'll do screen, I think, and then about 50. Let's choose our highlight color, and I'm choosing, oh yeah, that is way too dark, and I'm honestly thinking of going like that, kind of like that. Let's bring this up slightly. Yeah, I'm feeling that a little bit more. All right. Well, hold on. I think it might be too strong. It needs to be a smaller, like this. And then fix that. Honestly, no, I don't want that there. I want it right here. And normally I would not have these highlights so close, but because there, let's go like that. Yeah, but because it's symmetried, I think it looks better. Okay, and then we'll do like that. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's symmetry. This is fine. And the way the lighting works, it's gonna, we'll do this real quick, and then go like that, and then kind of go in and erase. Like that. All right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. The line. I don't like this middle line, but I think it's gonna have to do. We're gonna get to that piece there, but I'm not ready yet. You can see the detail starting to pop. That's nice. So we'll go like this. And then that edge highlight would be here. So we'll go ahead and paint that in. Same right here. Let's take the eraser and sharpen this gash like so. Kind of like that. A little bit more up. All right, we're about to take a look. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm liking that. And because this is all on their own layer, I can just easily go in and reduce the opacity on either layer. And the funny thing is, this layer here is already at 35 opacity. Let's keep going. All right. Now I do kind of want to go in here and update this color slightly, but not at a straight up 100. Let's just go in and do what we can manually. All right, let's go back to edge highlights now. And why are you not painting? Oh, it is. It's just very low. Let's turn it up to about 50. Man, this highlight is ass. Oh, that's because I was painting at 100 before, like that. So we'll kind of go in and kind of do that. And I'm about to do some fun stuff. All right. Let's see if this will work. Nah, that's erasing. My bad. Oh. This adds a rather weathered look to it. Like so. And under here as well. Not that though. I'm not feeling that. And let's Let's point some of these. Why not? Okay, I'm digging that. And I think for something like this, I'm just going to go in and let's see, that did not do anything. Okay, so that's okay. We'll just do like very quick. I think this, let's just do, let's see, color. Oh, that's the eraser, yeah. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Honestly, I might just leave it. It doesn't really need a detail there. All right. So let's tone these dark edges down a little bit. 40% to about 30. And now I want to go in with another highlight pass. We'll call it highlight global. And we're going to do linear dodge maybe. And this is going to elevate this a little bit, but I don't want it exactly at 100. I'm thinking like 37. And I want to go in with a little bit harder. A little bit harder. We'll do that maybe. And no, that doesn't look good. We'll see. Let's try this. Oh, okay. I know what I need, and I haven't done yet. And I think we're about to do this now. Let's redo this one really quick. So E for eraser. Let's bring you down to about 30. All right. Let's keep this for right here. We need to do so this is just one color basically, you know, like it's flat looking. It's a cylinder, right? So in the center of the cylinder is going to be lighter. On the outer edges is darker. So we need to kind of paint like a global, an actual like global highlight, I think. We'll come back to that. I want to put this, you know what, screw it. We'll keep this, toggle it off. We're going to go right above color, like this. Go like that. We'll do linear dodge again, 38. Go like that. And then we're just going to do some broad brush strokes. Like so. And then take the eraser tool. Change our brush and the width. All right. And just start taking it out like that. Same thing, other side. so. And now let's kind of bring it back in. And let's go back to our dark edges, bring this up a little bit. You see how it's adding a little bit more of a cylindrical look to it. And let's go back to here and kind of like that. Let's bring this up. Bring it out, just straight line down to where racing. Do it the same thing right here, just bring it all the way out, down like that. It's looking good. It's getting there. So we can now toggle this layer, kind of bring it up slightly. Like so. Bring it down. Keep it around there. Yeah, I like that. I like this a lot so far. All right. I kind of want to tone these dark edges down again. Slightly. All right, we will be back.